We are running a little bit late. We did start a little bit late at 8:08 or 8:10, and so if you can be very brief with your closing remarks, we'd appreciate it.
Which one order do you want to send?
Who started? Oh, let me see. We started with, we'll start with you.
I'd like to relate a tale about proactive versus reactive. Everyone remembers January 7th, 2008. 63 degrees, there was rain coming. Over at the Rushmore at Potter and KK, the water started rising. Dan Duchesne, who works there, called the DPW 3 times to ask for something to be done about the leaves. Oh, that's right. You know, we pay over $5 million a year to have our leaves picked up. Leaves weren't picked up on my street, and they weren't picked up on KK. The water rose, the police had to close the street, and the front row business, the photography business, was damaged. 2 days later, the alderman came out with a street sweeper and said, "Look at me, look at what I'm doing, I'm cleaning up the system. Look at how well I respond to your needs." That's reactive. Proactive is taking that $5 million that you're paying and picking up your leaves. Think about it. Why should a person have to spend 2 hours getting to work to dig out of the snow, to be able to try to spin their wheels on the leaves? We have to provide basic city services. They're not being provided now because we have a reactive, not a proactive alderman. More important, he's in denial. He says there's no structural deficit. The Public Policy Forum says that's the most important financial issue facing the city. How can he, in good faith, say that he's a budget hawk when he doesn't even know the reality of the structural deficit? Thank you.
I didn't say anything about a structural deficit. I have written down here exactly what I said here. I said we are not deficit borrowing, borrowing against revenue that we know is coming in the same year for our operating. I was talking about operating, okay? First off, I'm not reactive. I am very proactive. As far as my legislation working to get police in the schools, as far as my initiatives to get the Police Association Politician of the Year Award to get more cops on the street. I played a leadership role in getting more cops on the street. I've introduced legislation to, I've contacted businesses like the Schwartz bookstore. I've contacted, the Nearings. I could go on and on with different businesses that I've contacted to be proactive to come into this particular district. I've probably introduced more legislation on the environmental front and the tax cutting front. There's just a resolution I got approved not too long ago dealing with electric cars. That is proactive, trying to help the environment by getting electric vehicles on the streets in the city of Milwaukee. Before that, about a month before that, I had an article on, I got a resolution passed on solar power. Getting a solar power initiative started for the city of Milwaukee. Almost every month when I write an article for the Bayview Compass, I talk about a new initiative that I've been involved with that's proactive. So if there's anything, I am proactive, I'm not reactive. And all you have to do is look at all the different articles in the Bayview Compass and you'll see the different proactive initiatives that I talk about almost every month.
Fight nice, boys. I guess if that's the kind of leadership you guys want, you have 2 votes. Or do you want somebody that's going to work for you and fight for you, not against you? My main topics in my campaign are going to be crime and safety. It's a huge issue all across the board. Everybody's concerned with that. The people that know me personally know that I'm very big on beautification of the area. I want more trees, more planters, all that stuff I already said. Development, redevelopment, more businesses. I want a big business improvement district. When I asked the current alderman why we didn't have one, he said nobody wanted to pay for it. Why not? They weren't educated on it. No door-to-door, nothing. If there were more people involved in those organizations to put more money into the community, it would grow. It'd be more secure. Overall, I have to say I don't have the answers to everything, but I want to be the person to be able to fight and find out the answers and implement them for all of us and to get us all to work together. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alderman